Hey, Skol Nation. What's up, my fellow Vikings faithful? This is your boy, the ultimate purple people eater, coming at you live and loaded with that electric energy we all crave. Imagine this. The roar of the crowd echoing off ancient stones, the crisp Irish air hitting your face like a Sam Darnold deep ball, and our boys in purple charging into history. That's right. We're diving headfirst into the 2025 International Games, where the Minnesota Vikings are about to paint Dublin gold. But hold up. Before we blitz through the details, can you feel the goosebumps already? Because this isn't just a game. It's our chance to conquer Europe like the warriors we are. Stick with me, because by the end, you'll be chanting Skol from your couch in Minneapolis to the streets of Ireland. We've got a blockbuster showdown brewing. Justin Jefferson, our lightning-fast wideout who's already torched secondaries for over 1,000 yards in preseason hype, squaring off against Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, that Aaron Rodgers, now slinging it for the Steelers after his epic one-year deal. It's Vikings versus Steelers on Sunday, September 28th, kicking off at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time right in the heart of Croke Park. Dublin, the Gaelic Games mecca that's about to witness its first NFL regular season thunder. Picture JJ breaking free for a 70-yard scamper, Rodgers scrambling like it's Lambeau all over again, and our defense, led by that interception machine Jonathan Greenid, swarming like Vikings Raiders. This is Week 4 destiny, folks, and with the Vikings undefeated on international soil so far, we're 2-0 in London lore, including that nail-biter over the Jets last year. Who's ready to make it 3-0 across the pond? But here's the teaser that'll keep you glued. What if this Dublin duel is just the appetizer for an even bigger feast? We're not stopping at Ireland. Oh no, Skol fam, we've got London calling next, with a Browns beatdown on deck. Tell me in the comments, JJ or Rodgers? Who owns the Emerald Isle? Your takes fuel this fire, so hit me up. We're building suspense like a fourth-quarter drive, so don't blink. Next up, how you can catch every purple pixel of this epic clash. Alright, Vikings diehards, let's talk broadcast. Because missing a snap of this international invasion, that's like skipping the longships for a paddle boat. Exclusively on NFL Network, we've got Joe Davis on play-by-play, that smooth voice calling JJ's routes like poetry, and Greg Olsen breaking down the X's and O's with analyst precision. The guy's got 2 Pro Bowls under his belt, so trust his reads on Rodgers' sneaky audibles. Then, sideline dynamos Pam Oliver and Jamie Erdahl, right there in Dublin, feeding us the raw vibes. The pregame huddles, the fan chants blending Gaelic roars with Skol. And don't sleep on rules guru Mike Pereira. He'll settle any flag frenzy before it boils over. For us locals grinding in the Twin Cities, tune into KMSP. That's your Fox affiliate bringing the game straight to your bacon and eggs at that early kickoff. Pittsburgh peeps, WTAE's got you covered. But we all know the real party's in purple. Streaming, NFL Plus is your golden ticket, direct-to-consumer magic on NFL.com. The app, or authenticated through your cable apps. It's seamless across devices, so whether you're tailgating in a Dublin pub or chilling in St. Paul, every touchdown toast is yours. And audio junkies, Westwood One's national radio call, SiriusXM, NFL app, it's everywhere, blasting that helmet-cracking action. But wait, Skol Nation, imagine syncing up with fans worldwide for live reactions. Who's your go-to for Vikings news? Drop Vikings news in the comments if this is your spot for the hottest updates. We're ramping up the hype like Brian Flores dialing pressures, so hang tight. Coverage kicks off way before dawn, and it's stacked with stars that'll make your pregame pump legendary. Dawn Patrol, Vikings Warriors. Sunday's coverage explodes at 7 a.m. Eastern Time on NFL Network with NFL Game Day Kickoff. Straight fire from LA. Rich Eisen's hosting that charisma bomb, flanked by Kurt Warner, the Hall of Fame gunslinger who's dissected more defenses than we've sacked QBs, Steve Mariucci, our old-school coach whispering those sneaky play calls, and Gerald McCoy bringing that DT grit from his 6 straight Pro Bowls. They're breaking down why the Steelers matchup could be a shootout, with Rodgers' 40,000-plus career yards clashing against our revamped O-line holding firm at 85% pass block win rate early season. Then, the insiders drop bombs. Ian Rappaport, Mike Garafolo, and Tom Pelissero, the league's whisper network, spilling last-minute nuggets, Maybe a JJ injury scare? Nah, he's locked in. But what about Steelers' new blood rushing Rodgers' blindside? From Dublin, Jamie Erdahl and Judy Batista join the fray, painting the scene. Croke Park's 82,000 seats buzzing. The Rooney family's Irish roots tying this to Steelers lore since 1933. And the crown jewel? Colleen Wolfe snags an exclusive sit-down with NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell right at the stadium. Expect him hyping global growth. With 7 international games this year alone, our Vikings owning 2 of them. Picture this storytelling twist. As the sun rises over the Atlantic, these voices weave the narrative of underdogs turned conquerors at us. The Vikings, crashing Europe's party. What question would you lob at Goodell, fam? Vikings news fam, sound off below, your input shapes our conquest. Suspense building? Good, because halftime's got the crew doubling down, keeping your adrenaline spiked. Fast forward through the first half fury. Imagine JJ's already got 120 yards. Our D's forced 2 Rodgers picks, and boom, halftime hits with Eisen, Warner, Mariucci, and McCoy owning the analysis from LA. Warner's charting how Sam Darnold's quick release, clocking in at 2.5 seconds average dropback, exploits Pittsburgh's secondary. Ranked 22nd in coverage grade last preseason. Mariucci, the play-calling savant, sketches out counters to the Steelers' zone blitzes that sacked QBs 12 times in camp, while McCoy roasts their run D, predicting Aaron Jones gouging for 80 yards on those Irish pitches. It's not just stats. It's saga, these legends turning raw numbers into epic tales of purple resilience, like our 48-10 demolition of the Bengals last week, where we racked up 450 total yards. They're debating bold. Will Flores unleash that hybrid front 7, blending edge rushers with safeties for chaos? McCoy's all in, calling it Vikings vintage. And as they pivot to fan cams from Dublin purple jerseys mixing with black and gold, it feels like a global Skol chant building. But here's your hook, Skol Squad. What if the second half flips the script? We're pausing here to let that simmer, because post-game, these same voices dissect every twist. Who's your MVP pick so far in this hypothetical? Comment Jefferson for the win, or whatever fires you up. Vikings News is your pulse on this, so stay locked. Next, the afternoon avalanche of coverage that'll keep you in the fight. Post-whistle Warriors. The dust settles. Say we edge out a 27-24 thriller. JJ with the game-sealing grab, and NFL Network rolls right into NFL Game Day Live at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. This is your deep dive debrief, breaking every play like a forensic blitz. Replays galore, heat maps showing where Rodgers targeted our corners. Spoiler: Harrison Smith's got him covered, with his 34 career INTs looming, and metrics on our ground game pounding out 150 yards against a Steelers front that allowed 4.2 per carry last year. The crew, Eisen's squad plus rotating insiders, layers in context. How does this dub in Dublin boost our playoff seeding chase, with back-to-back international wins vaulting us to 4-0? It's interactive gold. Fan polls flashing on screen. Best international Vikings moment? Tying back to that 2013 Wembley Classic where we dropped 34 on Pittsburgh. They weave in Dublin flavor too. How Croke Park's Gaelic echoes amplified our Skol roar, drawing 82,000 strong, a record for NFL abroad. Stats stack up our international dominance 3-1 record, outscoring foes by 14 per game, proving we're built for this borderless battlefield. Suspense spikes here, fam. As they wrap, teasing the London rematch, you feel the momentum shift. Ever wonder if we trade a home game for this glory? Hit the comments. A Vikings News wants your raw takes. We're marching on, because evening highlights are about to replay the magic in bite-sized blasts. Evening rewind time, Skol Nation, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. NFL Game Day highlights drops like a Jordan Addison jet sweep, condensing our Dublin domination into 90 minutes of pure adrenaline. Quick cuts. JJ's one-handed snag in traffic, worth every bit of his 1,200-yard sophomore surge. Darnold's frozen rope to TJ Hawkinson for 60 yards, exploiting that mismatch like clockwork. They tally the tale, 380 passing yards for us, 3 forced turnovers, our D ranking top 5 in takeaways early 2025, versus Pittsburgh's grit, but 42% third down woes. Narratively, it's a short story masterpiece. From pre-dawn nerves to twilight triumph, highlighting how our special teams blocked a punt for prime positioning, echoing our 2024 London Clinic. Stats shine. We outpossessed them 32-27, converting 7 of 12 thirds, a leap from last season's 39%. Insiders chime in quick. Rappaport on Rodgers' post-game shade, maybe calling Croak's turf tricky after his 2 INTs. But the hook? This isn't goodbye to the day, it's fuel for what's next. Who's replaying JJ's TD on loop tonight? Tag a friend in comments for Vikings news, share the hype. Finale's looming, with a wrap-up that'll leave you hungry for London. Lights out on the night, but not the energy. 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time. NFL Game Day Final seals the Sunday saga with the full autopsy. Eisen's crew circles back. Did our O-line's 78% pass pro rating hold Rodgers to a season-low 220 yards? Warner nods yes, praising the scheme that neutralized his MVP magic from 4 straight years. Mariucci dives into clock management, how we milked 8:42 off the clock in the fourth, flipping a 10-point hole into victory. Classic Vikings comeback DNA, like that 2022 double-doink destiny. They spotlight the intangibles. Dublin's crowd, 60% purple after our fan invasion, drowning out terrible towels with Skol thunder. Post-game soundbites roll. JJ, Europe's ours now, echoing our 23-17 Jets win last year. Stats seal it. 31 points scored, matching our international average, with 0 turnovers on offense, a clean sheet that screams contender status in a loaded NFC North. Teaser twist. As credits roll, a sneak peek at London logistics, because our Browns battle awaits. What legacy moment from Dublin sticks with you? Vikings news crew, debate below. We're winding down, but the call to arms is just revving up. Stay tuned for the overseas odyssey ahead. Alright, purple-blooded believers, let's zoom out. This Dublin duel is historic. The NFL's first regular season rumble in Ireland, at Croke Park, that 82,000-seat colossus born in 1913 for Gaelic glory, now bowing to gridiron gods. We're the visitors, but make no mistake. With our 3-1 international ledger, including that 34-27 Wembley waxing of Pittsburgh back in 2013, we're the invaders set to pillage. Aaron Rodgers, 4-time MVP with 59,000 career yards, joins the Steelers on that one-year pact, but our D's feasted on him last year. 3 picks, including Van Ginkel's 63-yard pick-6 house call. Storytelling arc. It's David versus Goliath abroad. Us the resilient Raiders against a Steelers squad with 6 Lombardis, but jet-lagged and turf-challenged. Stats fuel the fire. Jefferson's 140 targets last season, converting 62% to first downs, versus Pittsburgh's secondary yielding 7.2 yards per pass attempt early 2025. Imagine the narrative. Purple horns blaring over bagpipes, our boys adapting to that wider pitch like pros. Because we did in London, outrushing foes 120-85. But here's the suspense builder. Victory here catapults us, but defeat? Nah, not in our saga. Fans, would you brave the Atlantic for this? Vikings news poll. Yes or no in comments. Next scene sails us toward the double-dip destiny. London. Baby. Double the trouble, triple the thrill. After Dublin's dust-up, the 2025 international games roll on with 3 straight London epics starting October 5th. And guess who's headlining Week 5? Us, the Vikings, storming Tottenham Hotspur Stadium against the Cleveland Browns at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Exclusive NFL Network again. Streaming on NFL Plus for your mobile raid. It's our second straight overseas odyssey. First team ever to hop countries week to week, defending that flawless international mark like ancient berserkers. Picture the plot thickens. Browns, with their gritty 9-8 playoff push last year, bring Myles Garrett's 16-sack menace, but our revamped line, gelling at 82% run block efficiency, laughs it off. JJ dances again. Darnold threads needles. He hit 68% completion in that Bengals blowout, while Flores schemes sack Baker Mayfield twice, as we did in our last London love affair. Stats scream story. Tottenham's hosted 10 NFL games, us 2-1 there, averaging 28 points. Expect no less in this Tottenham tango. Hook drops. What if this back-to-back blitz defines our season? Skol Nation, Browns or bust, confidence level 1 to 10? Drop it for Vikings news. We're layering lore, so brace for broadcast beats on this London chapter. London calling with the same stellar squad. Joe Davis's calls. Olsen's insights. Oliver and Erdal on the sidelines at Tottenham. Pereira policing the chaos. For Minneapolis faithful, KMSP beams it home. Pittsburgh's WTE for the echoes, but we're global now. NFL Plus streams seamless. Westwood One radio roars nationwide, SiriusXM. Apps, all in. It's accessible armor for our army, letting every fan from Fargo to the Thames feel the pulse. Narrative nudge. This isn't repeat. It's ramp-up, post-Dublin momentum. With our legs fresh from that bye-week tease? Nah, straight fire. Stats. Browns D allowed 24 points per last year. We dropped 48 on Cincy mismatch alert. Erdal's sideline scoops? Expect Browns huddle heat after Garrett's trash talk. Tease Titans. Coverage mirrors Dublin's dawn, but with London twists. Who's tuning in pre-coffee? Vikings news chime in. Next, the pregame pomp at Tottenham. Get ready to roar. Kickoff countdown cranks at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. NFL Game Day kickoff firing from LA. Eisen's energy, Warner's wizardry, Mariucci's maneuvers, McCoy's muscle, dissecting Browns blitz packages that hit QBs 38 times last season, but our pockets held firm at 2.1 sacks per game early. Insiders Rappaport, Garafolo, Pelissero unload. Any Mayfield mobility tweaks? From London, Erdal and Batista vibe, the vibe, Tottenham's 62,000 pulsing. Our purple tide swelling. Story swirls. Goodell's ghost from Dublin interview? He hyped 7 games across 5 countries, us owning 2. A league first. Wolf's on-site grilling stars. Imagine her with JJ on Euro conquests. Suspense simmers. Halftime's the heat check. What Browns weakness do we exploit? Comments Vikings news crew. Onward to the break. Halftime huddle at Tottenham, Eisen et al. Unpack. Say we're up 17 to 10. Addison's 90-yard dash the dagger. Our secondary blanking Amari Cooper at 3 catches. Warner charts counters to Cleveland's zone. Mariucci mocks up our RPO wrinkle, converting 55% last year. McCoy calls run stuffs, predicting Jones' 100-yarder on their 4.8 YPC leak. Tail turns. Fan fusion skull mixing with dog pound howls, echoing our 2024 Jet Jam. Stats. 40th London game ever, we aim to own it. Hook. Second half surge? Your prediction below. Vikings news fuels it. Post-game awaits. Victory lap. Assume 31 to 20 W. Game day live at 1 p.m. Eastern Time autopsy. 400 total yards. 4 takeaways. Our D's top 3 EPA per play shining. Crew contextualizes. Back-to-back abroad wins? Playoff lock vibes. Outscoring internationals by 20 per. Drama. Tottenham Turf Tales, our adaptation ace. Soundbites. Darnold on Euro Magic. Teaser. Highlights hoard the heroics. Fans. MVP shout-out? Vikings news hears you. Evenings electric. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time highlights. Snappy saga. Hawkinson's red zone rip. Garrett's strip sack stuff. 65% third down clinic. Condensed conquest. 28 points. Matching London lore. Narrative nugget. First double dip done 5-0 dreams? Stats. Outrushed Browns 140 to 70. Cliffhanger. Final wrap teases schedule full. Replay ritual. Comment yes. Vikings news wraps tight. 11:30 p.m. final. Full chronicle. Darnold's 300 yards. 0 picks. Legacy as international kings. 4-1 abroad now. Crew crowns it. Momentum monster for NFC run. Epic close. From Dublin dawn to London dusk, our saga soars. Stats seal. 7 global games, we stole 2. Skol Nation. If this fired you up, smash like. Drop your favorite moment in comments. Subscribe for more Vikings news blasts. And share with your crew. Let's spread the purple worldwide. Who's next on our hit list? Talk below. Horns up.